Hey BrewTubers, before you look and watch my long Homebrew Wednesday this week, I came up with a quick, great competition idea that I'm going to shoot out to you guys, and I'll tell you more details as as the weeks come on. But here's the idea. It's going to be a very up-to-you competition. So here's what it is. It's called BrewTubers Ale. Now that I've posted the final cut to the YouTube homebrewing community promo video, and everyone liked it and started sharing it, and everyone's feeling, honored to be part of the community and feeling all close knit. I want to make a competition about the community, because there's so much nuances with our community that makes it so special and why we enjoy being a community. So the beer, of course, it's going to be an ale. It could be a lager if you want, but it'll take longer, and there's not going to be a time limit. So I want you to brew a beer that you feel characterizes our community, whether it's a really hoppy IPA that, because a lot of us like trying new hops, or a braggot, or whatever you feel that really, whatever you want to put in it, that you feel really characterizes our community and really shows off the talents and the knowledge of our community, and what brings us together. So, all in all, it should be your version of BrewTubers Ale, which you can give your own name to, you write the competition on a label, and then your own name, and who, and give all your information like you'd usually do for a competition. Basically, it's a beer that you would want to sit down with your fellow BrewTubers and drink. So it could be a dark beer if you like dark beers. It could be a Belgian beer if you like Belgians. It could be, a pale ale, an IPA, whatever you want it to be. But I want to, you to focus your, what you love about the community. Now that a lot of you have told me about it in your intro videos, and on Facebook, etc., etc. I want you guys to, think about what you love about the community, and then put that into a beer. So, okay, what's going to happen is, send me a private message or on YouTube, or I'll put I'll put my email address, my beer email address, in the description below. You'll email me your name, and then I'll and sort of the idea that you're thinking about for the beer, and then I'll email you back with my address. So when the beer is ready, you'll send it to me. So there's not going to be a real time limit. We'll just keep in touch about, when it's going to arrive. And then, in the end, in a month or a few months from now, once I, have tried a lot of your beers, I'll pick a couple winners. I will ask people who are, sending it from overseas to include a few dollars for me to ship it, ship the winner beers overseas. But there's going to be two winners, and both of them, an overall winner, first place, and then a second place. So both people will get, beers and maybe something else, like American craft beers, maybe a bottle or two of one of my beers, and maybe a few other doodads. But, there'll be a first overall winner and then a second place winner. So I want to open this to the whole home brewing community, and for you guys to really flex your brewing talents and brew a beer called BrewTubers Ale, which you feel that you would want to sit down with your fellow BrewTubers and drink, whether it's sessionable, a beer that you can sit down with your fellow BrewTubers and drink a bunch of, or one that you could sit and sip and, pick apart, what you did specifically for that beer, like a really complex hoppy or malty or whatever you want in a beer, because we are all, after all, a pretty creative bunch. So that's the competition idea. I hope I, laid out the details well. If you have any questions, obviously post them in the comments below, and I look forward to getting this rolling. All right? Cheers.